Have you ever found yourself paralyzed, waiting for a spark that never seems to arrive? Inaction can turn into a silent prison, where days drag on and life becomes a distant echo. In that shadowy space, your soul cries out for movement, yet you remain immobile, believing that something outside of you must change. The pain of waiting runs deep. The expectation that motivation will strike like a lightning bolt to light your path is nothing more than an illusion. After all, how many times have you thought that one day you would wake up filled with all the courage you need? But what if you already have that courage? What if, in reality, every second that you wait is a second less that you truly live? Enough is enough. You don't have to be afraid to act anymore. Taking action is liberating. Every step, no matter how small, is a statement that you are present, that your life has value. What you need to do right now is not wait, but feel. Feel the pain you have been avoiding, and then allow that pain to move you. Have you noticed how pain and fear can hold us back? Inaction blends with impatience, quieting your inner voice. If others don't understand you, that doesn't matter as much as you might believe. What matters is you. The moment you decide not to wait any longer, but to act, even if it's just a small step, is what truly counts. Picture yourself standing by a lake. The surface looks calm, but you know there's a vibrant world beneath. The only thing stopping you from diving in is fear. But what is it that you truly fear? Is it the plunge into pain or the discovery of what lies beyond it? Real growth emerges from action. So, how can you start to move? It might seem daunting, but allow yourself to be gentle with you. Today, when you wake up, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am capable. Don't let the expectation of tomorrow paralyze your life today. Every step matters. Each small movement is a silent revolution. Freedom doesn't lie in waiting for change, but in being the change. You are the artist of your life, and the time to create is now. Think about this. The next time you feel stuck in inaction, do you know what to do? Just begin. Action is the remedy for the weary soul, and joy is found in the journey, not in a specific destination. What will you do today? Have you ever felt caught between what you want to do and that invisible force holding you back? Motivation can be like a wave, intense and fleeting. On the other hand, action is a deliberate choice. Imagine yourself as a ship adrift, waiting for the wind of inspiration to guide you. But here's the crux. Your true destination comes from the anchor of conscious action. Doubt creeps into your mind. Should I wait for motivation or take action? But what if clarity emerges from simply doing? The path to change doesn't have to rely on an emotional spark. It's a daily commitment, almost like an intimate ritual with yourself. Are you feeling exhausted? That makes sense. What if, instead of searching for motivation, you decided to be a little more each day? One step at a time. How do you feel when you think about that? The difference is subtle, yet powerful. By taking action, you break the chains that bind your heart and mind. It's a firm movement in a chaotic world. Recognizing this duality between action and feeling is a step toward freedom. But what if the next truth changes everything? The truth is this: motivation may not always be present, but action is always a choice. It's like morning light. Even when clouds cover the sun, you can choose to shine regardless of the circumstances. As you navigate these emotional waters, remember, uncertainty is part of the journey. What if the silence you fear is actually the space where you truly listen to yourself? Each time you take action, even without feeling it, you open new doors, doors that reveal what's truly possible. No one can pretend forever, and you don't have to either. Make a small move, a conscious gesture. It might be waking up a bit earlier, writing just one sentence, or simply taking a deep breath. It's okay not to know what to do right now. Just start. Choosing to act is an act of courage, a silent shout amid the noise of doubt. By making a choice, you free yourself from the tide of desire and anchor yourself to the power of action. Every step taken, no matter how small, is an act of bravery. At the end of the day, ask yourself, am I moving with intuition or being dragged by desire? This reflection might be the awakening of the action you've been seeking. Feel the freedom that comes from deciding freely. Even if you feel that life isn't listening to you, know that in your choices, you illuminate your own path. Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself, who am I really? That can often feel like a silent cry from your soul. Self-discipline, frequently perceived as a chain, is actually the clay that shapes who you want to be. Each firm decision you make is like a chisel striking marble, a step toward the masterpiece that exists within you. Think of an artist. With every movement, they don't just remove the excess, they unveil the beauty that is already there. This is what happens when you commit to daily actions. Small habits accumulate, and secretly, you begin to sculpt yourself. But where do I start? Have you ever wondered why change feels so distant? The truth is simple. It starts within you, with what you do each morning. Have you ever felt lost, as though you were wandering along an unknown path? That feeling is common. However, self-discipline provides a map. By accepting a routine, even a light and gentle one, you begin to pave your way, one step at a time. Sometimes it means waking up to prepare for the day, even when your bed feels like a warm embrace. That's what weighs on your spirit. Are you exhausted? That's understandable. The internal struggle for change can be draining, but it's a sign that you're ready to be reborn. Picture yourself as an evolving sculpture. Each challenge is a tool in the sculptor's hand. Every moment of solitude, every emotional scar, adds to your uniqueness. You are not just a collection of experiences, you are a living tapestry. And within this tapestry, self-discipline shines like a golden thread. It glimmers in your small victories, whispers of resilience on cloudy days. The question is, what form will you give your future? What would happen if every one of your actions was a conscious choice? By investing in your daily life, you begin to see changes reflected not just in yourself, but in how you interact with the world. Friendships evolve, and you distance yourself from energies that don't resonate with your true self. Loneliness, which once weighed heavily, now becomes a space for creation and reflection. It's okay not to know what to do right now. One step a day is enough. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to be guided. Remember, every firm strike you make on the raw stone of your life is an affirmation of who you are becoming. You are more than your challenges. Enough is enough. You deserve to breathe without fear and create the shape you've always desired. Open yourself up to the process. The way you act reflects who you are. We're not just talking about grand gestures, but rather the small choices you make each day. Have you ever stopped to think that every respectful action is a building block in the foundation of your self-esteem? When you decide to respect yourself, even in simple decisions, you are essentially telling yourself that you are worthy of love. Imagine for a moment, upon waking, you look in the mirror and ask yourself, how can I act in a way that respects myself today? This question changes everything. It sparks a fire, a call to step out of the shadows of doubt and move into the light of commitment. True confidence doesn't require applause. It grows in the silence of small actions, like planting seeds that blossom into flowers in your heart. How many times have you found yourself postponing what truly matters just to please others? It's time to do things differently. What if you decided to take a step? A movement that resonates with your true self. Today, take a deep breath. As you reflect on what can change in your life, remember, every respectful act towards yourself resonates within you. It shapes your self-confidence. For many, this small step can mean the difference between feeling lost and finding oneself again. Do you feel that weight? It's real. If pain can be a guide, it might lead you to make decisions that seem small but have a significant impact. These choices are paths you can walk, leading to the realization that above all, you are worthy of being heard. loved, and respected. And if you're feeling unsure, remember, it's okay not to know where to start. What can you do today to invest in yourself? A small gesture, a moment of pause, a reminder that the struggle doesn't have to be a solitary one. You possess an inner strength that's waiting to be awakened. And here's the truth, you won't carry this burden forever. Today, as you wake up, tell yourself, I am capable. May every action you take, even the quiet ones, be a testament to the love you deserve. Now, the question remains, what step does your heart wish for you to take? Life is like a mountain. Every step is a decision. Each ascent is a victory. Yet, between these climbs, there are descents, and that's perfectly normal. Have you ever stopped to consider that true progress isn't just about reaching the summit? It's also about the journey. Do you feel exhausted? That's understandable. There is constant pressure to reach the peak quickly. But who says that's all there is? Every moment, every breath holds its significance. Sometimes, it's essential to pause and take a look around. Notice the small flowers that bloom between the stones. Do you see them? Life isn't just about achievements. It's a dance of ups and downs. Have you ever wondered why you so often feel like you're not doing enough? What exactly does progress mean? Is it a steep climb? Or is it understanding that every step, even the slowest, is part of this landscape? When you look closely, you can see your own reflection. What if everything you've believed to be a setback throughout your life is actually a sign of growth? Those falls aren't defeats. They are opportunities. You don't need to reach the top in one leap. You can take a breath. You deserve to breathe. It's easy to get lost in the frustration of comparison, watching others climb while you struggle. But why measure yourself against their standards? Doing so only clouds your own path. Enough. Today, you refuse to diminish yourself any longer. Often, what you need is that silence, that pause to internalize what truly matters. What calls your soul to the mountain? How about making a small commitment to yourself? Saying out loud, I am capable, can be a powerful beginning. Accumulating small victories creates a path to the peak. Think about how life unfolds like a trail. It's not linear, full of twists and turns. The beauty of this journey lies in the resilience you cultivate each day, even amidst the pain. And what if the pain you carry is the strength that will propel you forward? You don't have to fight alone. Every step counts. Look back and see how far you've come. And remember, the mountain waits patiently for you. Every breath is a new opportunity. Be present, be aware, and above all, keep moving forward. You are the light that shines with every step you take. Pain is the silent teacher that everyone tends to avoid. But what if you could see it as an ally? It appears during moments of solitude and mental fatigue, signaling that something needs to be heard. That heavy feeling you carry. It's an essential message your soul wants to communicate. When you confront discomfort, you encounter your deepest self. Each scar holds a story, and every story brings a lesson, even if it's a tough one. Do you remember when you felt alone, surrounded by people who didn't see your pain? That sense of not belonging. Within that lies a disguised invitation, a call to look inward and make peace with your past. Pain isn't your enemy. It can be your guide. Yesterday, someone shared their suffering with me, their unseen tears. They soon realized that what felt like a burden transformed into strength. What was hidden within their pain? A new purpose, a clarity that could never have emerged during comfortable times. This is the key. How do you allow yourself to learn from your experiences? And what if the pain you feel is actually the light that reveals who you truly are? When we face our internal storms, we know it's a preparation for something greater. Have you ever stopped to think about how your wounds have shaped the story of your life? They have painted your essence. Everything you've lived through is woven into who you are now, and that's not mere coincidence. Are you feeling exhausted? That's understandable. But remember, you are stronger than the shadows that persist in following you. Every time you choose to rise, you're turning pain into wisdom. And that transformation doesn't occur without struggle. Nobody can pretend forever. It's time to remove the mask that hides your true self. Perhaps the most important question isn't why me, but rather, what does this teach me? That deep pain you carry could be the bridge connecting you to a new understanding. Take a moment. Listen. What is your pain trying to tell you? Silence often brings the most revealing answers. By embracing your pain, you activate your inner strength. And when you finally decide to face it as an ally, that alliance becomes powerful. It's not easy, but a part of you knows you deserve this. It's okay not to know what to do right now. Every step is a lesson. At the end of the day, as you reflect on your struggles, you will realize that wisdom has always been there amid the pain. Each experience, every tear, shapes the path of your evolution. Open yourself to transformation. It's time to trade fear for courage. It's time to let pain be not just a part of your story, but the very soul of your journey. Have you ever considered that what you perceive as a limitation might actually be your greatest springboard to freedom? Commitment, often seen as a burden, is in reality a call to authenticity. Do you feel that? The act of committing goes beyond obligation. It's a courageous step toward what truly matters. Imagine you're in a room full of people, yet solitude still embraces your heart. What if the commitment you're avoiding is the bridge that connects you to a fuller life? By committing to what you love, you allow yourself to give deeper meaning to your choices. When you decide where to focus your attention, things begin to align. Perhaps you feel afraid to commit, afraid of disappointing others, of not meeting expectations, or even of losing a part of yourself. But who said you have to carry that weight every time? Commitment, contrary to what many believe, isn't akin to a prison belt. It can open doors. Let's consider a story. Once, someone told me, "I can't make a decision." A simple phrase, yet filled with pain. But what if what comes next is exactly the liberation you seek? By making a commitment, even a small one, you start to shape your life with your own hands. Are you exhausted? That makes sense. This fatigue doesn't stem from taking action, but rather from inaction. When you commit, you create space for your truth, for your essence. Where have you been avoiding commitment? Look around you. Opportunities are there, waiting for you to make a move. When you take action, you not only find clarity, you also give yourself back a piece of peace. Each step taken is a return home to what truly matters. Being trapped in fear isn't the answer. Life doesn't happen when you keep promises only to yourself. Commitment may not be easy, but it is where true freedom lies. Enough. You deserve to breathe without fear. Today, choose to see commitment as an ally. Becoming genuinely authentic is the key that opens the door to a new life. What will you choose today? When you look out the window of your life, what do you see? Seeds? Or just an empty space waiting to become something? Today, I want to remind you of something simple yet powerful. Your actions today are the roots of what will blossom tomorrow. Procrastination is a shadow that diverts your gaze from the light. Do you feel like time is slipping away? Life rushes by, and in the meantime, you hesitate. But what if I told you that each small step you take today can change the course of your journey? Picture yourself waking up tomorrow and deciding to do something different. An act, no matter how small, becomes an echo that resounds in the future. Enough. Today, you will not diminish yourself any longer. Let's cast aside that shadow. The truth is that change begins with what we can do right now. What can you start immediately to shape your future? Think about it. Yesterday, someone close to me said, "I feel stuck in the same routine. I don't feel like I'm changing at all." I replied, "But what are you doing right now, this morning, to break that cycle?" Sometimes, just a small action, a gesture, can be the start of a significant transformation. With each step you take, you acknowledge the potential that already exists within you. and if that reminds you of who you truly are. In this space, every small initiative is an act of courage. Each choice is a confirmation that you are here, whole, and ready to live. What if you tried something different today? Write down 3 things you could do right now. When you wake up, look in the mirror and say, "I am capable." This simple reminder is a seed that, if well nurtured, can grow into a forest of possibilities. Souls in action don't wait for the ideal circumstances. They create the conditions for their dreams to come true. And even if you feel the weight of loneliness, know that the act of moving, of transforming, connects you to the world. You are not walking alone. Other souls are walking around you. So take a deep breath, make it happen. The time is now. Transformation isn't something that just happens. It isn't a result of a moment of clarity or a stroke of luck. Transformation is like soil that needs to be carefully prepared. It involves planting seeds, nurturing them each day with small actions. What you sow today will blossom tomorrow. But here's something you might not have realized. Every small act, every daily decision is a seed. What are you planting within yourself? What nourishes your soul? The answers often lie hidden beneath the pain you carry. Loneliness can feel heavy, especially when you feel invisible. On days like these, have you ever wondered, what seeds can flourish in this barren soil? Every time you rise and choose not to let fear control you, you are planting something powerful. Each deep breath you take, even after a difficult day, is a silent affirmation that you deserve more. And when you find yourself lost in doubt, remember, the fragility you feel is also your strength. Growing from discomfort is truly an act of bravery. Transformation occurs through small gestures. Look around you. Perhaps you just need a moment to recognize the beauty in your surroundings. The sunlight streaming through the window. When was the last time you paused to notice it? What if, instead of waiting for motivation, you decided to act instead? What comes next might be the most important, allowing your scars to be the soil in which your flowers bloom. The wounds you carry can often mature into flowers of wisdom. Are you exhausted? That's understandable, but this very fatigue might be the final stretch in your race toward transformation. Think about it. What is the next seed you are willing to plant? What will you choose to cultivate within yourself? Start with what seems small, like a whisper inside you, a gentle commitment to yourself. Imagine this. As you wake up today, look in the mirror and tell yourself, "I am capable." This is the true journey. Take a deep breath and feel the pulse of your life beginning to blossom. Because every step you take, even if it feels heavy, brings the hope of a lighter tomorrow. And in doing so, you're not only changing yourself, but also transforming the world around you. If this message has found you, perhaps it's time to let it flow.